All right, Gavin, that is a huge result against one of the best teams in the league. You know they're going to get their chances. Just what was the game plan and how did it progress against these guys?
Yeah, I think we didn't start well. They were able to pin us in a little bit in the first half. They're obviously a very, very good team. They understand their system very well, and they're pretty fluid with how they move through it, whether it's 2 or 3 forward. We had a little bit of trouble kind of getting pressure on the ball and stopping them from getting wide in the first half. I thought we did a much better job in the second half of getting a little bit higher pressure. It turned into a lot more chances for us. I think we were able to turn the game a little bit in the second half and start creating more chances of our own. So again, guys' ability to adjust in the second half and make the necessary adjustments, credit to them.
What were some of those adjustments that you talked about in the second half? The team looked like a completely different side in the second half. What were some of the things that you let them know?
Yeah, we talked about making sure that our ball speed and circulation was a little bit cleaner. Picked up some spots that we were looking to hit them with. I think it was just a little bit more of connection and us finding spots a little bit quicker for us to be able to break through. I thought we were a little bit slow and ponderous with the ball in the first half. So a team like that, they get really good pressure on the ball and we struggle.
The heat this week, how's that affected getting the team ready and also the first half as well when it was?
Yeah, I mean, both teams have to deal with it. We have the added benefit of it not being, too bad here. It could always be worse. But I thought the guys did well. It's obviously anytime the weather changes, there's going to be a physiological adjustment. But our commitment and our ability to grind out the 90 minutes, even especially after the goal, there were some nervy minutes there. But I thought credit to the guys just being able to see it out and see it through.
A clean sheet against the highest scoring team in the league. Just what's that say about you guys?
I'm so happy for our commitment, our attention to detail, and again, sometimes when you have to live on the edge with teams that score a lot of goals. That we knew that team scores goals in bunches, and so we had to be focused from minute 1 to minute 90. And we had to live on the edge a little bit at some times, but I thought we did a great job weathering the storm, and then again turning the game a little bit more in the second half.
Coach, we're coming right now at a good streak. In the last 6 games, 5 victories and just 1 loss. How do you feel about the response of the supporters that we had tonight?
Our supporters are amazing. I mean, best fans in the league. We love playing here. We talked about it much. The energy, the energy that they give us, and we want to be able to reciprocate that energy. And there's always something extra special when you play in the Bay Area and we're home, and we want to make sure that hey, we defend our turf at all costs, and that B, we reciprocate the amazing energy that we get from our fans.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
So today Diaz got the start at right back, but when Rasmussen wasn't able to finish the half, he moved Diaz to the left and then brought in Tamarcas on the right. What helped you make that decision in shifting your fullbacks?
We have 4 or 5 guys that can play the fullback position, and we've talked about that a lot. We're versatile guys. We're able to make rotations. We're able to change. Guys are able to play in different positions. I've asked a lot of that in terms of their ability to be dynamic and versatile. And for me, there's a lot of choices we can make when somebody goes down, and that's a credit to the guys just putting their head down and getting on with it.
You see Johnny going from leading the line to tracking back quite a bit defensively on that right side. Can you kind of talk about his work rate defensively and how that has impacted the team's defense?
Yeah, I mean, we love being able to get Johnny on the field and being able to twist and have 2 9s, even though Johnny's playing a little bit at the 7 at times. Obviously, we talked about Johnny's ability off the ball. He does everything. He tracks, he works, he holds up the ball, he runs hard, he gets in the box, he scores great goals. He does a lot on both sides of the ball. So that makes it easy for us to be able to put him in different positions and switch guys around, similar to everybody else we have. Thanks, Hack. Thank you, Hack.
We see a lot of fun happening around here. This is the 2nd game in a row. We got Hack messing around. We got Momo Diaz when Justin was doing his interview
having a good
yesterday.
attitude tonight.
Can you talk about the looseness that you guys have and what's contributing, how that's contributing to your play?
Wins.
It's loose around here.
Wins contribute to that.
You
Trust me.
think it's the other way around,
We're not
it's the
winning.
wins
Oh,
making
they
the
can't
list.
stand me. I'm telling you right now, I'm headbutting Hack. We're not winning. No, I mean, the guys. I ask a lot, and they train hard, and there's a lot of tension, and so you've got to be able to let loose. And when they put in the shift that they do, they enjoy the work, and you can see that they're just enjoying the process. And so that's the most promising part for me.
also seems like the workload for Blanchett has been fewer spectacular saves required, but in this game there were actually a couple big ones that he made to keep
Paul was big for us. We knew, that he'd have to make some stops again. That Louisville team is a very, very good team, and they score goals in bunches. So, we had to, again, we did a great job defending, but we had to ride our luck. And then obviously Paul gives us an extra man sometimes back there with what he's able to pull off. And thank goodness he was able to do it again tonight to help preserve another shutout.
It takes a lot of intensity to keep that up, even for 45 minutes. But with a road trip to Pittsburgh coming up, and then you come back home for a rematch against Sacramento Republic, North Cal rivalry, how you plan on spreading out that intensity throughout the whole 90 minutes without tiring the guys out?
Yeah, I think the break helps, but it's just us coming back in at halftime and regrouping, understanding what getting back to the game plan, understanding what we need to do and to make the adjustments, and then when you're able to effectively implement the game plan, that helps a lot in being able to save some of your legs as well. So we're ready, and we know that there's going to be times when we have to suffer, and we're willing to do that as well. But we want to be in a place where we're the proactive ones and leading the game, and we've had some good moments, especially with our adjustments in the second half. So again, credit to the guys.
Well, Gavin, this is your 4th game at home, and you have 4 wins. I know last time we talked, you said, you don't look at the accolades and the compliments. Yeah, but reflect on it because we went from 3 wins at home in 17, or was it 2 wins at home in 17 to 4-0 in the last 4. Just reflect on it for me. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it, being able to represent this club in the Bay Area and represent Oakland and have our fans coming here with everything that they do. It's a special place. So I'm very, very happy that we're able to hopefully reciprocate that energy and some of that happiness and protect this place as if it's a fortress. So that's I'm happy with that we're able to do that. I want our fans to go home smiling and partying and joyous and feeling happy with all the energy that they gave to the guys. And yeah, I mean, just happy that we keep doing it. So one game at a time.
Justin comes off early in the first half. Does he take some sort of knock or something, or what are you protecting there?
We'll find out. We'll talk to the docs and see how he is. He just wasn't feeling too great and needed to come off. He tried to fight through it as well.
Goggy on the injured list, but he's not in the 18 today. Do you have any update on it? Was he like a game time decision for the 18, or
still just working his way back in? He's been back in, and we just want to make sure that again with the roster that we have, guys that come back in, there's a lot of competition, and so it's not always the case where you can jump right back into 18. It's about building back up and going from there. So he's been back into training for the last few days, and we'll continue to build him and hopefully get him back in soon.
And 2 players I just want to highlight are Lindo and Johnny, because they both dealt with injuries early on in the season, kind of took a while to get going, and now they're really hitting their highs. Just talk about them, what you're seeing from them, and how important is it to get them going?
Yeah, I think credit to first our medical staff and our strength and conditioning guys for getting the guys to a level where they can play 90 minutes and getting them back healthy and clean. Obviously you see Lindo being able to produce, and this is probably the 2nd game now where he's produced something, I think, at around after 70 minutes, and he's still going stronger. With his quality, it's important to have him on the field as much as possible. And then obviously with Johnny, everything that we talked about earlier that he gives you, if we can have that on the field for 90 minutes, we're always in a match. So.
Yeah. And last question for me, another player, Camden Riley, his versatility playing center back, midfield, how you use him. Talk about him and just how important he has been to the system.
Huge. Again, Cam, very, very intelligent player, reads the game, wants to win, communicates very well. Him and Hackshaw have been nails right now in the back. Yeah. Their ability to read the game, communicate, solve problems, they've been excellent. So, Cam's versatility, whether it's in being able to step in through the midfield or play in the back, has been huge for us.
Part of weathering that storm, especially in that first half, was the confidence in playing out from the back, particularly between the back line and Paul Blanchett. Have you been able to develop that confidence and that ability over the last few games?
Yeah, I think we've worked a lot. We think we've talked about being pretty unpredictable with how we do it. There's been goals where we've played and strung together passes, and there's ability to be direct, and that unpredictability allows Paul with his decision making, and we've got Cam and Hack who can dictate the rhythm of the match for us, decide whether we want to go long or whether we're looking to attract and play short. You know, we've got 3 veterans in there who are very, very intelligent with the ball, so that gives us, you know, the ability to do both, to be direct and to be a bit ponderous.
Thank you.
I was just going to ask one more player. Hackshaw really looks like one of, not just like the most dominant defenders on the team, but one of the most dominant defenders in the league. What does it mean to have a guy like that at the back, such like a dominating physical presence? How can you shape your team around, you know, he wins almost every duel, he shields so many players off of balls. How does that contribute to the rest of the team's defense looking easier?
Yeah, I mean, Hack's been fantastic back there. I agree with you 100%. Been for sure one of the best defenders in the league, especially over the last few months. Yeah, he does allow us to you know, be a little bit more risk-taking, be a bit more aggressive in the back. We talked about his partnership with Cam and their ability to read the game and solve problems for us. And then when you add, you know, our wingbacks, Justin, Memo, Tamakis, who's coming in, you know, we can defend very well, and we've got guys who sit in the midfield, and then that allows us to get forward, and they can really take, you know, not just offensively, but they can take a lot of the strain for us going forward, taking pressure with the ball, you know, being able to make those decisions coming out of the back and letting us get forward as well. So, you know, Hack's been huge. Everyone's been huge really recently. I don't have a bad performance from anyone. So.
All right, Coach.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.